What's good, everybody? My name is Kells and I smell really good. And man, I'll tell you what, today we're going to talk about a fragrance that I really don't hear get a lot of buzz, and I feel like it deserves more. So we're going to talk about it in a second. Alright guys, so before we get into today's review, the routine thing I say on this channel, if you're not already subscribed, please make sure you subscribe if you like fragrance content, and also hit the bell so you're notified when I release fragrance content. Now that that's out of the way, guys, we're going to talk about this fragrance. Also, before we do that as well, I'll leave it in the description, guys, but I have a partnership now with a beard brand called The Beard Spot. So if you're trying to get your beard looking nice and crispy like mine, I say that confidently, not cockily. Is that a word? Whatever. Check the description because you can save 10% with code KELLS10. So make sure you check that out. Fragrance we're going to talk about today, guys, is from Lattafa, okay? And it's this one. It's called Art of Nature 2, right? It's got the two horsies on it. So if you don't know what this fragrance is, you might be asking. Well, you probably know because you saw the thumbnail. But yes, guys, that's right. That's right. This is a clone of Parfums de Marly Altair, okay? Quick story for those of you who don't know. For those who have been subscribed since day one, they remember. This is the very first fragrance I ever did a review on. This is how I started my YouTube channel. So actually what happened was I've always been into fragrance. Well, for years I've been into fragrance, but this fragrance came out, guys. I had been thinking about making a YouTube for a while. This fragrance came out. I just went and blind bought it right away. And I was the first, maybe second, but I was one of the first reviews for this on YouTube. Fun fact. So that's how I started my channel. Very important bottle to me. We'll never get rid of this one. This is an important one. Just wanted to say that. But this fragrance right here, guys, Art of Nature 2, it is a clone of that. So right now I have this one sprayed on my hand right here. And I have the real Altair sprayed up here on my upper arm. So I'm going to tell you right off the rip how close it is. Yes, it's close. Okay, it is very, very close. I did notice right when I sprayed the original Altair on my arm, it was loud. It was stronger right away than the clone. I noticed that. But now that they've dried down more, they're very, very close. Now, I know a lot of people talk about French Avenue, Liquid Brun. Liquid Brun, I think it's Brun, but I say Brun, whatever. A lot of people talk about that Liquid Brun for good reason. That is a very, very good clone of Altair. It is. I personally don't own it. I have a couple friends that have it. And it's very, very close. It's really strong. And it smells just like Altair, to be honest. It really does. I'm not saying this is better than Liquid Brun, but it's also, I don't think it's worse. You know what I mean? I would say they're about the same. Now, this one, for some reason, just didn't get the hype, and Liquid Brun did. That's kind of how it works with these fragrances, man. You know, content creators, influencers, fragrances, for some reason, they hype it up, and the hype train keeps going, and then that fragrance takes off. It could have been this one. You know what I mean? Just like Vintage Radio took off from this line. You know what I mean? That's just how it goes. I'm not sure why. But from my experience, man, they're very, very similar. They're very, very close. This one and Liquid Brun, they're both very, very good clones of Altair. So you really can't go wrong with either one. Let's talk about the scent if you haven't smelled Altair. So it's a very nice vanillic. There's praline in there, ambroxan. It's like this fluffy vanilla with that ambroxan. It's like this sweet cloud, musky cloud of vanilla, and it has like a it's got this airiness about it, but at the same time it's like stout. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it's just a great smelling fragrance. When I first got it, actually, when I blind bought this, what, a year and a half ago, I thought it was very similar to Mercedes-Benz Club Black back then. And I was like, kind of boring, actually. When I first smelled this really didn't have a lot of hype right away. It smelled good, don't get me wrong. But it took a second for it to, you know, really people really get to know the fragrance. I will say though, from day one, it's a DNA that performs very well. This stuff just stays on your skin, man. The sillage with this stuff is beautiful. It can smell different from day to day. Like sometimes I've worn Altair, it smells more vanilla on me. Sometimes I wear it and it smells kind of waffly, if that makes any sense. Sometimes I've smelled it on my friend, it smelled like cocoa. I don't know, it's weird. It smells different all the time. One thing, very sweet fragrance. It's definitely a gourmandy kind of vanilla. It's just a great vanilla scent, man. It really is. But when it comes to performance with this one, man, it's on my hand right now. Okay. They're so similar, guys. I mean, you'd be hard pressed to pick out any differences, really. The only thing now at this point, they're like very, very similar. Like I said, in the beginning, this one was stronger, but now I don't. They're so similar. It might be slightly stronger. It's obviously a better quality juice. It's a Parfums de Marly. Of course, it's like a higher quality fragrance, but when it comes down to the smell, you get what I'm trying to say. It's pretty on point. So I would put it 90% there. Honestly, I really would. Some niche snobs might come at me like, oh no, it's not even close. It might be 70%. No, dude. I mean, they smell like, come on, man. You smell that in the air, you're going to tell me this is Art of Nature too? Like, come on. Same thing with Liquid Brun. They're both amazing dupes. You can't go wrong with either one. I just wanted to shine some light on Art of Nature 2 for you guys. It's worth picking up as well. It's Kells Smells approved. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for today's video, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you've been eyeing this fragrance, thinking about checking it out, pick it up. If you never smelled Altair, blind buy it. You're going to love it. No one's going to hate this fragrance. I promise you that. So before I get out of here, if you're not already subscribed to the channel and you like fragrance content, guys, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell. And if you want to keep smelling really good, make sure you keep tuning in.